Okay, welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast. Natasha, you look cute. You're a vision and perp.
A vision and perp? Oh, yeah. Purple?
No, perpetrator of sex crimes.
Thank you.
Purple. Yeah, you got a little cute little purple outfit on.
Thank you.
You look really nice. How do you think I look?
You look nice too.
Thanks, hon.
You got that wet look going with your hair.
Yeah, I'm going with the wet look for a contemporary look. You know, I got Dippity Doo.
Yeah.
Hair gel.
Uh-huh.
Actually, our kid asked me the other day if I had any hair gel. I said, no, honey, it's not 1989.
What do you care about more, your hair or your shoes? Or your pants?
That's a good question. The whole thing, honestly, I'm an aesthetic creature. I like to look good. I like to dress well. It's been a curse my whole life. What about you? You pretty humble pie kind of.
I don't really care about my shoes. I like to have one cute pair of shoes that I wear all the time. Yeah. I like one cute hairstyle that I wear for 25 years. And
you're pretty much like down to earth fashion wise, would you say?
Salt of.
How many elbow length gloves do you own?
Listen, honey, we're not going to get into that right now.
Okay.
That was the old me.
Who's the new you?
The new me has a cute little daughter.
That's true. And has a cute little butt too.
I have a cute butt?
Yeah, you. I'm not talking about our daughter.
Okay, because her butt's flat.
I don't be looking.
Well,
that's not my attention zone. Your butt. That's where I'm at.
Well, I took her to see me perform the other day. Well, I didn't let her watch me perform. Of course.
That's one of your great anxieties, actually, is that she'll see your material.
It was very stressful. I had my opener, Katie Arroyo, very funny comedian.
Is she? She's here.
She helped me watch.
Oh, she ran interference?
She helped me watch. She ran interference. It's basically, that's what it was. Because I didn't really need watching. I was like, do not let her come near the stage. Keep the door shut. Get her churros and chicken fingers.
No, when we were in...
Stuff her with food. Don't let her get grease on my computer. But if she does, I don't care.
When we were in Newport, Rhode Island, you were like way, way more stressed out about when we were doing that festival together. You were way more stressed out about her seeing your set than about your set itself.
I know.
And you made me go first. You made me take the bullet. But actually, it ended up being pretty good. I ended up doing pretty good in that bullet spot.
But our daughter, it's like, I just love like the innocence. It's so sweet.
It is sweet.
Like I was playing this Joan Baez song and it was like love is just a 4-letter word. And we were coloring because I was on a Joan Baez kick because we saw the Bob Dylan movie. And every time she would say, love is just a 4-letter word, our daughter would go, L-O-V-E. She's right. And it was just so cute. And it was like, she just kept like counting the words. And it's like, you know, there's part of me that wants to be like, well, what she really means, honey,
is that it's sometimes a swear. It's like a swear.
It's like love can fucking suck.
Right.
And people hate love and they get their heart broken. But it's like this pure innocence. And then when we were walking out of the show the other night, when she had to come to my set in Indianapolis, someone was yelling down the street like, great show, Natasha. And our daughter goes, awkward.
Which is funny and cute, but not true.
It wasn't
It's
awkward.
not that awkward. That's pretty
I don't think she knows what it means.
Well, I was playing her song the other day. It's a very similar situation. I was playing Daz and Corrupt's hit Bitches Ain't Shit from the Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style
You would,
album.
though.
And it was like, you know, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. And she looked up and she goes, he's right. No, I would never.
Good one, honey.
But I do like watching a slightly over her. Like the other day we were watching the Pirates of the Caribbean. And there's a lot of pirate shooting going on, and you were rolling with it. I go, wow, Natasha's growing at the same rate our child is.
Well, I'm a little desensitized.
You're beaten down.
Yeah, because you play her you know, she's
the Terminator,
playing like Wakanda
Alien.
Forever.
I was trying to show her Black Panther 2. But Natasha said that she doesn't like the message of the Black Panther.
My God.
That's what she said. She said, I don't like the message of the Black Panther.
She was
said,
5 when you were trying to play
the
her.
Marvel characters were white, and that's how we liked it. That was weird of you to say that. And you screamed it at our daughter.
No, it was, she was 5.
No, there were some machine gun hands, and you've never been a big fan of those.
But you know what? The world will start telling you things. Like I took her to a children's museum in Indianapolis, and there was a whole floor, the main floor of the children's museum, because I read about this museum. They said it's the premier the second best children's museum in all of America.
What's number 1?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But this one, it had a whole floor dedicated to Anne Frank.
That's my girl.
Ryan White.
That's my dog.
who had the hemophilia disease, AIDS.
It's not the hemophilia disease AIDS. He had hemophilia, and then he contracted HIV and got AIDS.
Okay, well, I wasn't exactly sure. I guess he's from Indianapolis.
You weren't exactly sure? Was there an exhibit for little teeny tiny minds that could have explained the story to you?
And then there was a section for this girl, Ruby Bridges, who I didn't even know about, who was the first Black girl to be invited to integrated schools.
Oh,
and they
had that like iconic picture of her walking in.
And they had the picture. They had pictures of people, little kids holding crosses saying no integration, stay away from our school. They had the colored and white people water fountains. Like I think they had the originals there. I mean, it was a very intense. And then the Anne Frank, they had a recreation of the attic. Our kid was just like, this looks too nice to be, sitting in for months. Like she didn't quite get what was happening. And I'm like, no, and they had a box of Kleenex on the wall for
tears?
Yeah, for the tears. And like, I was trying to explain to her, she's 7. It did say you had to be 8 to get in, but they let her in. And she really wanted to go, of course, because it said you had to be 8. But she didn't seem to get it, Like I was like, people don't like people because of their religion and because of the color of their skin and, because they get sick. Like they had Ryan White's locker. I think this was his original locker, or it was like a perfect recreation that was like, you're disgusting, go home, nobody wants you here. Like what all the kids like put into his locker. And she was like, what does that say? You're disgusting. Okay. Like it wasn't like sinking in the way that I was afraid to ever and I know it's time to like let her know about
the ugliness of the world.
Ugliness of the world, but it's almost like she's almost not quite ready for it.
Well, I mean, I think that's how you learn about it. You learn about it in a way where you're like, it's like death. When your first pet dies, you're kind of like, cutie die, ha ha ha. But then slowly it sort of it seasons you for the actual painful deaths that are to come. And I think that's how you learn about painful things in history, is at first you barely understand it, and then you start to understand the scope of it. It's very difficult as a young person to understand the scope of historical tragedy and historical bigotry and racism. But slowly,
it's hard to understand it as an adult.
Yeah. Well, you know what explains it really easily and makes it very clear?
Black Panther 2?
That's right, Natasha. I'm glad you brought it up. So I think it's time. Wakanda forever, but for now, it's time for us to do some written in questions here on the Endless Honeymoon podcast. We've got people, they've got questions.
We got answers.
Well, let's find out.
Hopefully.
It's possible.
Okay.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
Are ya an intimacy freak?
I actually do really appreciate intimacy. I think it's really important.
Are ya interested in a way to get intimate quicker with a partner like me?
How would I do it?
Arya. It's called Arya. Arya is a membership for couples who want intimacy to be a part of their lifestyle. It's like having a concierge for your love life.
Did you know that 81% of couples experience a decline in intimacy within their first 2 years?
Now, that didn't happen to us because we have a perfect relationship. But if you're one of the hoi polloi, well, you and your partner each fill out a short quiz, then chat privately with an intimacy concierge, your intimacy concierge. And every month, Arya delivers a tailored scene and handpicks premium items delivered discreetly to your door. By the way, I was just kidding. Natasha and I, not a perfect couple. Arya has even helped us. Arya surprised?
No, it really is good to talk about these things that you would have never thought to talk about.
And to play with these things that they send you.
Within 4 months, 75% report better sex life and stronger connection to each other.
Just by using Arya. For the price of one night out, you get 6 months of in-bedroom adventure.
Go to arya.fyi/honeymoon. That's ARYAFYI/honeymoon to fill out the quiz and get 15% off your first order.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
Well, you know how I'm unusual in that I don't want to die young?
No one wants to die young.
Well, I really don't want to die young, which is why when I found out about Function, I got really excited because it's the kind of health platform that gives you access to the data that most people never get to see, and insights to actually take action on those insights.
Inside Function, you can test over 160 biomarkers from heart and hormones to toxins, inflammation, stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's a near 360 view to see what's happening in your whole body.
And that's why top health leaders like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, and Dr. Jeremy London are all behind Function Health. Here's the best part. Lab visits are fast and convenient, and they've got 2,000 locations across the US to find out what's really going on in your body. And the cost is $1.37 a day. For just $499 a year, you can get all of this information. I went to a different service before.
It was way more than that.
It was way more than that for one single
I would say
test.
double almost.
That's why I'm glad I found Function.
Yes, you get insights that come from top doctors based on your unique results. And some of this stuff could also cost $10,000 if you did it on your own, with all the different blood tests and all the different scans that you want to do.
And they don't have this like weird kind of perverse incentives where they're pushing supplements or pharmaceuticals on you. It's just powerful, unbiased health data designed to help you own your health.
You got TechNet.
I got TechNet and more.
I was perfect. Learn more and join using our link. The first 1,000 get $100 credit toward their membership. Visit www.functionhealth.com/honeymoon or use gift code honeymoon at sign up to own your health.
Hello, Natasha and Moshe. My husband and I have been married for 6 years, and we are both 32 years old. We live together, play together, and work together in the restaurant industry, and now we're working on making a baby together. We have really taken our time getting to the point of procreation, to the point where the family and friends have stopped asking when the babies are coming. It's gotten to the point where I now sometimes find myself on the receiving end of sad stares, and I have discovered people now think I'm struggling to conceive when really we've just started trying over the last few months. On to my question. My husband was very excited about the idea of making babies and really was the one to kick off the attempts, but now every child and baby he encounters is terrifying him, as if he had an idealized view of what having a baby would be like, and now that we're getting close, he's noticing the tantrums, especially the bad-mannered little ones at the restaurant. He's always telling me how afraid of them he is now, and he seems so anxious. Is this normal? Did the entire concept of raising a small, well-mannered human take you over the edge even before you'd conceived? I'm freaking out at the idea too, but in a much more calm way, and we're not even pregnant yet. Have any advice for us? Thanks.
Here's the thing. I never liked kids.
Yeah.
I like my kid. I still don't like anyone else's kids. Really. There's like one friend who has a cool kid.
Who?
Like,
Name them.
I'm not naming,
name the
but I'm
person
just saying most people's kids I find pretty tedious.
Yeah.
So it's like something does kick in. Would you not?
1,000%. You don't, the tantrums, this is the thing people don't recognize and that they miss from the outside. When your kid's having a tantrum, the person you love most on earth, other than your purple outfitted wife, is in pain in some way. And you're not going, oh God, this is annoying. You're going, oh, how do I make this person feel better? How do I deal with this situation? I don't want them to be upset. Like being a brat, you got a long way to go before brat hit. It's not possible to be a brat for like 4 years.
Yeah, like it's a funny idea too. Like when you see a 2-year-old and their parents have a little holder on their stroller for their phone to keep the kid quiet. It's like, yeah, you could clock all that and be like, I'm not going to do that. You know, it's like you can kind of see what you want to do.
I mean, the secret sauce is that the child that you make, the little snot-nosed, barely conscious asshole that makes everybody else on the plane uncomfortable and wish that you hadn't flown in the first place, is the creature that you love more than you have ever loved anyone else. It allows you evolutionarily to love it so much that you're not driven crazy by the shrieks and the cries and the snots and the burping and the puking and the shitting. You don't even see it because you're like, I mean, it's exactly like dating a really toxic new person. You know, when you have a friend who's like, oh my God, I'm so in love with this person. Then you meet them and you're like, this person fucking sucks. But that person can't see it because they're so infatuated. That's what it's like to have a newborn.
Also, it's like, it's such a magical act to be
is.
able to have a baby. Like we had such a small chance. And even the other day I was thinking like, I was so worried that I wouldn't like her or something would be wrong with her.
I was too.
And I remember you saying, she'll be the apple of our eye.
Did I say that?
Yeah. And then the other day she goes, Mom, you're the apple of my eye. And I'm like, oh, she's just like, it's all kind of, you got to kind of give into it a little bit. You just have to like give in to the miracleness of it and hope that the miracle sweeps you all away. Which
and the suckness.
100% will.
And the suckness. You got to give into that too. Like I'll tell you what my big anxiety was. It was not so much that they would have a temper tantrum and it would drive me crazy. But I was like really worried that I would be humiliated in front of others because I was inconveniencing them. You know, when the baby would cry on the plane or at a restaurant, I'd be like, oh my God, is this so cringe? I'm ruining everybody else's life. The minute I had the kid, I was like, the primacy of care is so overwhelming that you're like, well, I guess this person's just going to have a bad flight because my child has to get to Indianapolis.
You know what I realized? There's way fewer kids crying on planes. Have you noticed that?
No. What do you think that's about?
iPhones.
Huh.
Maybe.
It could be.
I have a question for you. I forgot to tell you this.
Yes.
One of my heroes, Meghan Markle.
Yeah,
she was on a podcast that everyone was making fun of, talking about this thing she does, which people said she stole from someone. Anyway, who cares?
The world's most cringe interview?
Yeah, that one.
The one that's making the rounds on the internet.
The 2 billionaires. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So I saw that she was saying to email your kid now. You start, because I thought you might like this. You start an email account for your kid and you write them letters.
That's cool.
They can read. I knew you would really like that. But what do you think of that?
I love
Is
that.
Is it too much? Because then I was thinking about, I was like, is this like a burden? Like when she turns 17, she's got to like read all these like emotional missives from her like doting parents.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
It'd be nice when we're dead.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking the other day, I'm 2 memoirs deep and they are not surface level memoirs. They're pretty bones and all. I mean, there's a lot of like jerking off and drug use and fucking people going on in there. I'm like, my kid's going to read this one day.
Don't
if they
flatter
like me.
yourself.
You don't think? You wouldn't read the memoir your mom wrote?
Your books are long.
My books are dope, dude.
I know, but that one that you just wrote,
yeah,
it's long.
It's not long,
it's
honey.
Like 600 pages.
No, it's not.
How long is it?
Half that.
300 pages?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a book length. Your book's short.
Mine's a 129.
Yeah, you're
whatever
mistaking.
The smallest amount of pages you could do to contractually do your obligation.
You know what? Your book's good though, and it's funny and it's wise. But anyway, she's gonna read it. She's gonna read that. She's gonna read your book. She's gonna read my book.
Oh, so why don't we weigh her down with emails, and then she won't even get to our books.
Imagine the email from Meghan Markle though, little baby Tommy or whatever the fuck his name is.
I believe he's a Duke, honey.
He's like, dear Duke. It has been difficult these days deciding which royal title to usurp from Windsor Castle. The other day we went into the sushi bar in Montecito and your father said he doesn't like sushi, so they changed the format of the restaurant and made it a steakhouse instead.
Wait, that's personal information that you have.
To who? To the sushi bar?
Well, anyway.
I'm willing to spill the tea. Prince William went into a sushi place
and
asked for a steak and they made him one.
You don't think Meghan, formerly Duchess Sussex, whatever her name is, you don't think that she could write a good
I'm sure she loves
email
her kids.
to her child?
Even she loves her kids.
Just a little bit.
Speaking of letters.
Okay, we have another
Oh, wait.
letter.
Did you want to? I didn't want to cut off your riff.
No, it's
riff
okay.
away, my dear.
No, everybody hates her. I don't need to, too. All right. Hello, Moshe and Natasha. I love your podcast and I'm a fan of both of you. I need some relationship advice. I have reconnected with my ex. After 5 years of living our own life, we have found ourselves back in each other's arms. The reason we ended before was primarily because I'm a Christian and he is not. But we have always had such love and respect for each other. Honestly, he's a wonderful guy, but not Prince Charming, to be clear. Anywho, my question is
Typed out.
Anywho, my question is how to proceed. Should I just keep having fun with a loving ex at the moment? Or should I be more serious and think of our differences and if they really are separating? Or should we just see how much we truly care for each other and are extremely hot for each other and forget the rent? Oh, I'm sorry. Or should we just see how much we truly care about each other and are extremely hot for each other and forget the rest as we just keep moving forward? Thank you for your time and all the entertainment you bring me, sacrilegious or Sacridiculous.
Anywho.
That's kind of in the anywho lexicon.
Anywho.
So she's kind of just like getting ahead of herself. She's like, what should I do about all this fun I'm having?
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is the problem is you broke up with someone because you're Christian and he isn't. Did he become Christian? Like, why would you go back to a situation that already hit the end of the road to you? If you're a Christian and you're committed to that, and it's important enough to you that it's a deal breaker in a relationship, why would you reopen a thing because you're horny for this guy? Doesn't that make it so that you're not going to meet this nice Christian stud that will fuck you while chanting Bible verses that you've always dreamed of?
Here's the thing about religion. What is it about Christianity that you want in a partner? Because he could have those things.
No.
Yes, they could. Well, no, but let me just say, if you're really an evolved person and you want to have like Christian children, if you want someone who's like, turns the other cheek or is always very generous or is a very like loving, is full of compassion, why can't someone have all of these things and not technically be Christian?
1,000%. Of course, 1,000%.
So that is what I would say, unless you're the type of Christian who is in a cult and is like, my parents said I have to have someone who speaks in tongues just like our family did.
Listen, my point is, if you are a Christian, to the degree that a relationship ended over the differences in your faith life, that unless you're less Christian or he's more Christian, that problem still remains. I don't think it's realistic to say, can't you just absorb the qualities you love about a Christian person it's just like, yes, for a person that's not so Christian that they end a relationship over it. I mean,
I'm asking her to think about what it is about a Christian that she needs so bad.
It's a cultural and religious worldview that they share. But
you could still have some of that worldview and...
Why doesn't she find a very religious Muslim who has all of the qualities of a great Christian and marry that guy? Because, like it or not, when people are really religious, I'm not saying this person's really religious. Obviously not. She's fucking this ex. But religious enough that it's a deal breaker, then yeah. I mean, why can't you just find yourself a nice MAGA lover? Because you don't see the world the same way. Do you disagree with me?
To be honest, I have a really hard time with religion in general.
I know
because I'm just like, why does anyone care what anyone else's religion is?
Well, I can definitely sympathize with caring what the religion of your theoretical life partner is. If you are religious.
But what if your worldview is, I'm not saying you shouldn't share a worldview.
Okay, listen, should I tell you the real ugly truth?
Sure, honey.
Are you ready for this? Christianity, a lot of strains of Christianity, and a lot of other religions, believe that if you don't believe in that religion, you don't go to heaven. If you truly believe that, you don't want to have a life partner for whom you are worried about the mortal peril of their soul day in, day out for your entire relationship. I don't relate to that. I don't believe that.
I remember Mormons telling me that their parents disowned them. There was a comedian who opened for me and she said her parents disowned her because and I said, why? And she said, they're just afraid in the afterlife, I'm not going to have a seat at the table.
I got a hot take. I got a real hot take. You ready for this?
But that's like just an IQ thing, right?
No, definitely not. It's great folly to think that people that believe wild things that you could never wrap your mind around believe that way because they're less intelligent than you.
Well, the intelligent thing is that you obviously don't know. Nobody knows.
But
I'm sorry. Nobody knows what happens. No one's a sayer. No one has seen it.
Intelligence and belief are not. They can be related, but they are not the same thing. The things you believe do not have any bearing on how intelligent you are.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, tell that to the Harvard graduate that we know who both won't get a vaccine, but also is terrified of COVID and still hasn't left her house since the pandemic. Is that person stupid, or is that person engaged in a belief system that holds them back? That's not a stupid person. I know that's not a stupid person.
By the way, okay, all right, you're right. Fine, honey.
No, I don't need to be right, but I do have a hot take. You ready for this?
Yeah, I have a hot take too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Here's a real hot take. Let's say you're a believing Christian, right? And you believe really that people that believe go to heaven, people that don't believe go to hell. And then your daughter leaves the faith and you're like, oh no, like just what you're talking about. Oh no, my daughter's going to go to hell.
They won't be able to sit at our dinner table in heaven when we're eating steak in heaven.
Wouldn't real loving parenting be abandoning Christianity too? And going to hell with your daughter?
Of course.
Like, isn't that...
Because they care more about religion.
They care more about this. They care more about this carpenter they never met. Why not? I've never heard that before. Why? I've never heard the mom go, you know what? I believe in Christianity, but I've decided to do all this sinful stuff and unchristianify myself so that I can hang out with my daughter in hell. I'd rather hang out with my daughter in hell than hang out with God in heaven. I'd rather, listen, I'd love to go to heaven with...
There is no heaven,
But if there was, in this framework, you believe in heaven and you believe in hell and you think your daughter's going there, wouldn't it be like the better mom choice?
I hear you.
I don't know, sacrifice a goat to the god Baal and then go to hell with your daughter and just be like, well, we're in hell together, honey, at least.
Well, my hot take wasn't exactly about this. I was just kind of reminiscing about when we were all divided about vaccines. Because it was like, it seemed like such a simpler time. Because I remember I didn't want to have people over at my house who didn't want to get the vaccine and they were like the total enemy. And now it's like they're just trying, the billionaires are trying to distract us by, saying that DEI or trans or Jews or all these other things are the problem when it's really just they're stealing all the money before our eyes. And I just wish, I miss the days when we were just like, oh my God, my piano teacher won't get the vaccine.
But I've
got to find a new...
But isn't that the same thing? Isn't the vaccine and the differences of,
Yes, but it wasn't making people as like...
It felt like a more binary and simple time.
Yes.
Well,
just to distract us and separate us that way instead of trying to separate us like with religion and, if you're gay or trans or...
I have felt...
a person of color.
Since that pandemic, not the other one.
Yeah.
I have felt like anybody that did anything during the pandemic, I have forgiven.
Yeah, because who cares?
Because I was so confused.
Right.
I was so misinformed. Like anybody that did anything, I'm like, we were all fucking nuts. Every person.
Maybe that was like how they like, what if there's a mastermind behind it and the pandemic was the first step?
Yeah. His name was Anthony Fauci. No, I'm joking. My point though is, as long as you came back from the pandemic and like grabbed, regardless of where you ended up, I'm not saying as long as you came back and believe what I believe, just as long as you came back and were a normal human being again at the end of it, I was kind of like, for me,
totally,
we're starting over.
Back in business, baby.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
How do you like sleeping in the RV for the last 2 weeks while we've been on tour?
I love the bed you made. You got these sheets from one of our sponsors.
Boll and Branch?
They are amazing. I love, it's like they're made out of organic cotton. They have no toxins. They're so comfortable, ultra crisp with like a special cooling weave. So if you ever sleep hot, like some perimenopausal women you might know.
I only know one, and she's the best. They also come with a 30-night worry-free guarantee. You can try them for a month, and if you don't like them, you can return them, but you won't, because we sleep on them every night, and they make our RV feel like our bed at home. They're ethically crafted by expert artisans that earn fair wages, too. So you get the best savings of the season during Boll and Branch's annual summer sale event.
You can get 20% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/honeymoon. That's bollandbranch, BOLLAND, branch.com/honeymoon to save 20% off and unlock free shipping. Limited time only, and there are some exclusions.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
You've been looking pretty stylish lately, and usually, I gotta be honest, you dress like ass. What's been going on? What's new?
You just like my new Quince clothes.
That's true. I do like them a lot.
They had these, we got a little stipend for the show, so I went shopping, and I really loved all the stuff. They've got washable silk dresses and skirts, soft cotton sweaters made out of really nice material. They've got versatile warm weather pieces, and the best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands.
How do they do that? Well, I know the answer. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury without the markup.
And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes.
Natasha dresses in this, and you should too. So,
give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/honeymoon for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/honeymoon to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/honeymoon.
hey Tosh,
Yeah, Moshe?
we've been in the summer heat living out of our truck, and you've been real worried about how much water our kids drinking.
I know, and I love these little packets, this Cure Hydration.
Yeah, Cure is a clean, plant-based electrolyte drink mix formulated with pediatricians and are made just for kids.
No added sugar.
You love that.
No, none of those artificial sweeteners. I hate those more.
No fake colors. I'm upset because I wanted it to have red 40, but it doesn't. It's just real hydration that your kids will love.
Yeah, I just love having something where I can just put it, because she always wants something sweet to drink, but then I just don't want to constantly give her, like, you know, she likes grape.
Sierra Mist?
Yeah, Sierra Mist, and like, she loves sparkling water too, but this is just, it makes everything healthy.
Well, if you want to feel good about giving your kids something that's actually good for them, go to curehydration.com/honeymoon and you can get 20% off your first order.
That's curehydration.com/honeymoon for 20% off. Clean hydration the whole family will love.
Hi there. I'm hoping you can help, as you talk a lot about traveling as a couple. My partner and I have been together for just over 3 years. We have very different relationships with money. Sounds familiar. I'm pretty frugal. That's me. And having some savings, while he has a lot of debt and no savings. Okay, less familiar. Although he makes a lot more than I do. Okay, sounded familiar again. And he's getting his finances under control. My issue is that we haven't done much of anything in terms of travel or a fun adventure in a while, since fall of 2023. And I'm dying to get out of town and do something. He keeps saying that we'll go away this autumn. There's an event in Iceland that would give us a good reason to go. Who doesn't love an event in Iceland?
It's pronounced Iceland, though, honey.
It is?
It's not called Iceland.
It's spelled Iceland.
It's Iceland. Do you say Greenland or Greenland?
Greenland.
Well, maybe that one's right, but it's called Iceland.
What?
Iceland?
It's spelled Iceland.
Okay, honey.
Wait, is it Iceland?
Yes, it's Iceland.
Iceland.
Iceland. Ice and then L-I-N-D.
How do you say, like, you're buying a plot of Lund?
Do you say Illinois?
No.
It's spelled that way.
But I don't see him doing anything to actually make the trip happen. He has no problem saying, yeah, we're going. I wonder if he's Icelandish. Without feeling like he needs to take steps and without knowing if he can actually afford it. Whenever I say that we should buy the plane ticket now, so we're at least committed to going, he dismisses it. I'm getting very frustrated with him talking about us doing things without any follow through. In my view, I have a few options. 1, start buying plane tickets for us both and booking accommodations so that the trip has to happen. This is my usual MO. 2, buy my own ticket and give him an opportunity to come with me if he wants. I'm fine traveling solo, but I feel like we could really use a trip together. This is the slightly passive-aggressive approach, maybe. And 3, accept that a trip isn't happening and resent him even more than I do right now. Help! Love the pod. What do you say, Natasha?
Well, we definitely don't want resentment.
Definitely don't want resentment.
Guilt is better than resentment.
Yeah.
So feeling guilty that you bought the ticket without him. So maybe if you did number 2 and let him know, honey, I'm buying my ticket today. I've blocked out this time. I really want you to come. And because I remember when we went to Taiwan, because it's always challenging logistically.
Yeah.
I sat down, we were in the living room, and I sat down and had all of these books open, all of the hotels. I'm like, okay, I'll work on the hotels, you work on the flights. And like, let's get our recommendations. We had 2 friends from Taiwan, so they sent us all their recommendations. Remember Atsuko and Shang Wang?
Yeah.
And they gave us their recommendations, and we just started plotting it out together. And it took a good afternoon.
Yeah.
So like booking a trip is not, it's something you need to like make an appointment to do. It's like a job, basically.
I agree. I have never had more clear, I know exactly what to do in this situation.
Okay.
Buy yourself the ticket.
But then what if it's the wrong date?
Hold on. Buy yourself the ticket. No, it can't be the wrong date because it's the date you're going.
Okay.
Buy yourself the ticket economy, regular. You know, the kind where they don't let you bring carry-ons on, right? Buy your husband the ticket, refundable. Spend the extra money you've been saving it, you know? Buy that refundable ticket. Tell them I got 2 tickets. If you can't make it, we can get our money back. But if you can, I got a ticket waiting for you. That way, you get the best of both worlds. You can go solo if you want to, at a bargain. He can come with you, or he can flake out, you can cancel, and you can meet a tall Viking named Sven who can fuck you under a waterfall.
Here's the problem. She's already resentful if she buys this ticket because she's like, this is my usual MO. I've got to do everything on my own. Like, shouldn't she at least like...
If you're going to... Hold on.
And I think you have to make it really important to him. Like, it's actually... And also, 3, accept that a trip isn't happening. No. It's like, that's a good way to never get what you want in life.
I think
you're letting someone else drag you down.
It's like this. People don't change. They change, but they never change in a predictable fashion. They never change the way you want them to. This guy's going to be this guy for the rest of their relationship. She's got 2 choices, right? She can either break up with the guy, or she can accept that the guy is this way and she can start working around it. I think buying the refundable ticket is the workaround. Maybe breaking up with him is the right move, but didn't seem like it from the letter.
You love workarounds, honey.
I love a workaround. My whole life is a workaround.
I was in your bathroom and it's so cute because I think your ADD brain really needs to believe that they work.
Some of them do.
I was in your bathroom and I noticed there's like little stickers, black and white stickers of brooms, like on your on the tile. So when you're sitting on the toilet, you're looking at a picture of a broom
to remind me to clean up.
That's very cute. But don't you kind of then forget that you put a sticker?
At least I'm trying.
It warmed my heart.
You should put a sticker in your mirror that says, be nice to your husband. I don't know what that image would be. It would just be like a smiling person or like somebody complimenting someone.
So are you saying that workaround works? You still sit on that toilet and you look at that broom that you put up 5 years ago?
That was not one of my more successful workarounds, but I used to have a picture of Pablo on the counter with a speech bubble that said dog food, and it would remind me to put away the dog food. That works pretty well.
Those things usually work twice.
Amazon,
and then you get used to it.
Amazon every day says to me,
that's a good
Moshe,
one.
Here's your reminder. Water the dogs. And I put water in the dog's bowl. And then it goes later at 9, Moshe, here is your reminder. Gummy time. And I take my fiber gummy and my vitamin gummy.
No, but let's say...
And I do forget about it at least 50% of the time, even after I've heard the reminder.
Well, you put that reminder up there for me to remember to take my pills. And guess what? It works. Dude, that was a good one.
My whole life is workarounds. You know, when they made...
Anything to not actually have to change.
Anything to make it so that the world is workable. This is what's so funny, Natasha. You don't understand what it's like to have...
I'm a non-neurodivergent person.
Well, I would beg to differ. You have what's called foul personality disorder, and it's not yet diagnosed, but it's a thing.
I do not have a foul personality.
No, but here, like when they made autopay, that was the last time my phone got cut off from lack of payment. Autopay changed my life. I used to get my phone cut off 4 times a year. Never because I didn't have the money. But I put autopay on. Now it autopays. Life is good.
You really think I have a foul personality?
No, honey. I was just trying to do some comedy.
By the way, yesterday, I was at the coffee shop.
Yeah?
And the guy in front of me ordered his coffee. This barista is really sweet. And then
this is good.
The guy said to the barista, he goes, hey, can I get a sleeve for my coffee? And the guy goes, what? He goes, a sleeve. And the guy went and got him the sleeve. And then he goes, am I sensing some attitude from you? And I go, what? I go, he's so nice. And I'm like, oh, here I go. Here comes Karen.
No, this is not
I go,
Karen.
He's so nice. I go, and then I go, oh, God forbid someone's rude to you, sir. I don't know. I don't even know what I said. I just started saying it.
You know what that is? That's not Karen. That's Nayrock.
What's Nayrock?
Opposite Karen.
You
Nayrocked him.
So basically, then the best thing ever happened. I came back to the coffee shop later that day because I'm, a Hollywood unemployed person and I go to the coffee shop 3 times a day. I come back to the coffee shop with my daughter and the guy goes, oh, thank you so much for sticking up for me today.
You go.
And I was like,
that feels good.
And then the other baristas are like, oh, is that her? That's the one who did it. He goes, you embarrassed that guy. Because I kind of thought the barista just walked away and then the other guy acted like I wasn't even there. So I was like, okay, I'm just like meddling. And then he said it in front of my daughter, and I thought that was really cool.
I was really proud of you. And that to opposite Karen, that's really cool because that same restaurant, there's a full-time security guard out front. And we walked by him the other day and you were like, I'm sorry, what is this about?
I just wanted to know.
Why are you here?
I wanted to know.
Very Karen.
And you wanted to know too.
I did, but I would not enough to rock out.
Who cares?
You know what, Nayrock? You did a great thing.
Are you saying Nayrock because it's Karen spelled backwards?
Yeah, I think I'm right about that.
Nayrock.
Knee-rock. Yeah,
Okay.
knee-rock.
All
You
right.
knee-rock that fool?
All right. Well, I don't have a foul personality. I stick up for baristas everywhere. And you know what? You should too. And by the way, what is going through someone's mind?
I
who's
know.
like,
Am I supposed to have attitude?
and he was like a hipster. He looked kind of like a young, successful hipster.
That's what's upsetting is when somebody from my community behaves that way. For somebody from the hipster community to be able to talk to someone like that, I would think better of our community. All right, Tosh, what do you think? Should we do one more?
Hello, my name is Adrita. I am.
Oh, no.
That's her name.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adrita.
I don't know. No.
Adrita.
No, honey.
Adrita. How do you
Natasha,
say cucumber?
You just said you didn't have a foul personality. You just said it. And that.
Hello, my name is Adrita.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adrita. I'm 26 years old. I'm like a queer girl, pansexual, and I've been single now for 8 years. I was living in Montreal, and now I'm living back in Bangladesh, where I'm from.
How do you feel about the pronunciation game, little bit that you ran earlier now?
It's probably very similar. The thing is, I did date one girl for 3 months, but it didn't work out. Anyways, the reason why I've been single is because for the last 8 years, I think about going on a date as a literal chore. And when I was doing uni, that's what they say, university. Okay, when I was doing uni, I would have crushes who never liked me back, so I would go on dating apps. I'd go on many dates, but then ghost them often. I also dated men, but I'd get very specific kind of guys on dating apps in Montreal. Short Jewish guys from West Island who are all business majors and DJs on the side. Wait a second. Are you on dating apps there, Moshe?
I'm not short. First of all, I'm not
You're not tall.
I'm not from West Island and I'm not a business major, but there's nothing wrong with a Jewish guy that likes DJing.
And they're all into pop jazz.
I don't know what the fuck is pop jazz? This is so Canadian. I can't understand half of it. And when I was in uni, it'd be nothing but West Islanders that like pop jazz.
I find awkward, neurotic guys cute, but I slowly got tired of it. So now I'm back home, and I would love some advice on how to date men, because personally, it feels so hard and complicated to date them. I get these extremely horny men, but I'm basically a nun now, so I can't handle that intense energy. And now my parents constantly ask me about getting a boyfriend and that my looks will fade soon, so I should try a lot now, which I really don't give a damn about. But I do feel like I'm missing out on something by not being a hoe. Anyways, would love some advice. Sincerely, Adrita. Well, first of all, your parents should not be telling you your looks are going to fade. That's so rude.
That's like...
And it's false.
Is it false?
I don't know, kind of.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, it's not like every day. Well, I mean, if you want to believe that every day is a ticking clock, that you look better each day, each past day than you do today.
I have to be honest, I'm a little lost by this whole thing. I don't know what this person's asking. There were so many Canadian cutisms that I was having a hard time really, what is the issue?
Well, her issue is her parents are really stressing her out. The other issue is, and I know this for a fact, she's clearly hot. And here's what happens. Guys go on dates and then they immediately want to start kissing you and then go up to your apartment and fuck you.
Okay,
so like girls aren't like that when they're dating, I'm assuming.
Well, okay, then why not date women? If this person's queer and is feeling like she doesn't like awkward neurotic guys and doesn't like extremely horny guys and her parents are like pressuring her to find a boyfriend, why not date a girl? That seems like problem solved.
No, her parents won't want her to date a girl.
Is that so? This is all about I want to date both sexes, but my parents think I need a boyfriend. What should I do? Grow up.
Well, the problem is once you start, it's the same thing as if you're a virgin until you're 30 and then it turns 35. It's like, it's like she's single for 8 years and like it starts to feel like you start to wear that as a badge.
But
like
why can't she date women? Date the women?
Listen, it sounds like you want advice on dating men, but really, if you were to listen to yourself, you want some of that sweet, sweet.
Yeah, sweet what?
Pussy.
Pussy. It rolled off your tongue, Natasha.
Okay,
All
well,
right, let's do one
listen,
more.
Adrita, if you could write back something a little more specific, but in general, and maybe it's hard being, I don't know, I'm not from a place like Bangladesh. Like maybe it's really hard to, what would be your advice to someone who wants to be gay and their parents are like, Adrita, when are you getting married? You know, your looks aren't going to last forever.
Okay, thank you. Because people often come to me from the Quebec to Bangladesh pansexual community.
Mm-hmm.
So I am the kind of go-to advice giver in that. This letter's not clear because it sounds like she doesn't know what she wants. Does she want a man? Does she want a woman? Does she want an awkward guy? Does she want a horny guy? Does she want a guy for her parents? Does she want a guy for herself? Does she want to be a hoe? Does she want to be a nun? I would say...
Keep a journal. She needs a journal.
I would say, yeah, getting a little bit more clarity. Okay, I finally feel like I've gotten somewhere with this. Getting a little more clarity on what exactly she wants.
Right, because she's like, she's trying to live for all these other people.
Or for all these other valences inside of her psyche that are telling her, be a nun, be
a hoe,
date a Jew, date a horny guy, don't date anyone. It's just like, you need to get calm and still and find out what you want.
She needs to talk to the universal spirit.
Yeah, she does.
She should join Liz Gilbert's Substack and write herself.
And hopefully that episode came out already.
She needs to write herself a letter trying to talk to unconditional love to see what it is she needs.
If what you want is a partner, there are worse things you can do than writing a list of things you want in a partner and then discovering if the people, especially since you're pansexual, you'll date anyone, not anyone, but someone from any gender background, meaning you have so many choices of like, here's the 10 things I want in a partner, and every person you meet, you can say, does this person meet 8 of those criteria? Great, I will date that person.
And definitely not putting any, like your parents, that's part of growing up, is letting go of that.
Yeah.
You can love your parents, but it's your partner. They have nothing to do with you. They don't get it.
They don't get it. All right. Well, Natasha.
Yes?
This has been a great episode.
It really has.
We read some letters. We had some laughs. And most importantly, we learned a lot.
I learned a lot too.
And I love you.
I love you too.
Next time on the podcast, we'll learn more.